will you start filming Blade?
That's call Marvel. I'm ready. Let them know I'm ready.
In 1998, Marvel wasn't a cinematic empire. It was a bankrupt comic book company bleeding cash. Then, a man in a leather trench coat walked into an underground vampire rave and changed Hollywood forever. Let's not get it twisted here. Wesley Snipes was Blade. Let's not mince words. He didn't just play a character. He defined an entire aesthetic of modern superhero cinema before the MCU was even a blueprint. When Marvel Studios announced at San Diego Comic-Con way back in 2019 that the two-time academic award winner Mahershala Ali was taking up the sword, the internet exploded. It was a passing of the torch that made perfect sense. But then, the Hollywood machine did exactly what it does best. It choked. 5 directors, half a dozen screenwriters, endless delays, and finally canceled, shelved, dead in the water. Marvel chose to throw billions into a bloated pipeline of endless Disney Plus shows and multiversal filler, completely abandoning a guaranteed cinematic masterpiece. They completely mess up by turning the page on a new era. Now, we have to talk about the OG Daywalker himself, Wesley Snipes, which I've done a video on in the past. When the news of the endless delays and the eventual cancellation hit, Wesley couldn't help but get a little bit of the old school bravado slide out. On social media, he dropped the subtle hints, the smirks, the "they're still looking for secret sauce" tweets. Look, Wesley got a little butthurt about the idea of anyone else wearing the coat. And honestly, maybe he has the right to be. For a quarter of a century, he is the only Blade the general public has ever known. His performance was literally lightning in a bottle. He has martial arts expertise, effortless cool, and a commanding screen presence. To Wesley, Marvel trying to recast that magic or do it without him was like trying to remake The Godfather without Marlon Brando. He defended his turf because in his mind, that throne belongs to him permanently. But in my opinion, here is the real tragedy. Mahershala Ali had an astronomical amount of potential to redefine this character for a new generation. We are talking about an actor with an immense dramatic weight, poise, and physical intensity. Ali wasn't just going to copy Wesley Snipes. He was going to give us a Blade burdened by centuries of isolation, a sophisticated, haunting neo-noir protector of the night. Ali personally approached Kevin Feige with this idea. He wanted this. The fans wanted this. An R-rated, grounding, terrifyingly dive into the supernatural underbelly of the Marvel Universe. It was the exact antidote Marvel needed to cure the raging case of superhero fatigue. Instead, what did Marvel do? They panicked. They got caught in a corporate loop of trying to sanitize a character that thrives in the dark. They couldn't figure out how to make a blood-soaked vampire hunter fit into a universe with talking raccoons and teenager mishaps. So they put their billions elsewhere. They spent hundreds of millions on projects that lacked soul, while a surefire, atmospheric, character-driven masterpiece sat rotting in development hell. By canceling the standalone Blade movie, Marvel didn't just disappoint Mahershala Ali, and they didn't just prove Wesley Snipes right. They proved that they have forgotten how to take the very risk that made them successful in the first place, who drugged them out of bankruptcy. They had a gold mine, a phenomenal lead actor, and a legacy waiting to be reborn, and they threw it all in the trash. Marvel treated this movie like a hot potato. Reporters leaked the script, went through so many rewrites, it looked like a ransom note. At one point, the movie was rumored to be a period piece set in the 1920s. Then it was the 1980s. Then it was present day. And then it was just a mess. They hired Stacey Osei-Koffer to write it, then Michael Sarberry, then Nick Pizzolatto, the guy who wrote The True Detective. Imagine Blade sitting in a dark room philosophizing about how time is a flat circle while a vampire sucks his blood. Then they hired Michael Green. They changed directors from Bassam Triek to Jan de Menage, and then both of them checked out because working with Marvel's indecisiveness is like trying to nail jelly to a wall. For 5 years, Mahershala Ali sat in his trailer, probably wearing his leather belt, just watching his hair turn gray, while corporate executives argued over whether vampires should be allowed to say swear words. But here is the real tragedy. Again, Ali has an astronomical potential to bring a new type of Blade to the screen. We are talking about an actor who's won 2 Oscars. 2. The man has more acting range in his pinky finger than the entire phases of the current MCU. Ali wasn't going to just copy Wesley's 90 Club rave swagger. He was going to give us a Blade burdened by centuries of isolation, a sophisticated, haunting neo-noir protector of the night who looks spectacular in a turtleneck. Ali personally approached Kevin Feige with this idea. Again, he wanted it. The fans wanted this.
At one point, you might want to consider sitting down with somebody. You know, have a little share time, kick back, get in touch with your inner child, that sort of thing. Also, just a thought, but you might want to consider blinking once in a while. I'm sorry, I ate a lot of sugar today.
I don't like you. You never did. Whoa. He hates me, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They wanted a dive into the supernatural part of Marvel, and we're probably never gonna get it. Can you imagine the intensity Ali would have brought to a fight scene? He wouldn't just slice a vampire, he'd give them a look of profound, dramatic disappointment that would make them disintegrate on the spot. He would have brought a prestige to a genre that is currently drowning in green screen slop. Rumor has it, one of the early script drafts had Blade as a secondary character in a story dominated by a group of teenage girls living life lessons. You can't make this shit up. They couldn't figure out how to make a blood-soaked vampire hunter fit into a universe where literally everyone stops mid-battle to make TikTok jokes. So, they took their billions and put them elsewhere. Again, think about the math here. Marvel reportedly spent over $200 million on Secret Invasion, a show that literally everyone forgot existed 20 minutes after the final airing. They've spent hundreds of millions on The Marvels, on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, flushing money on a digital toilet of bad CGI and purple lasers. They had enough cash to build a real-world helicarrier, but they couldn't allocate a modest $90 million budget for a tight, gritty, R-rated horror action movie starring an absolute powerhouse actor. I mean, really, they're just shooting themselves in the foot here. By canceling the standalone Blade movie, Marvel didn't just disappoint Mahershala Ali, and they didn't just prove Wesley Snipes right. They proved that they have forgotten how to take the very risks that made them successful in the first place. They had a gold mine, a phenomenal lead actor, and a legacy waiting to be reborn, and they threw it all in the trash just to protect their PG-13 safety blanket. They thought they could just coast on nostalgia, which is why they panicked and threw Wesley Snipes at a cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine instead. Sure, the crowd cheered when Wesley showed up on screen and said, "There's only been one Blade, only ever gonna be one Blade." It was a great meta joke. But you know what it really was? It was Marvel admitting defeat. It was Marvel admitting, yeah, we completely ruined the new guy's chance, so here's the old guy to make you feel better about our corporate failures. And that's the ultimate insult. They used the ghost of Blade's past to cover up the fact that they murdered Blade's future. They had the chance to turn the page to give us a legendary new chapter with an actor who wanted to elevate the material. Instead, they took their billions, built a playground of mediocrity, and left the Daywalker out in the sun to burn. The Daywalker deserves better. Mahershala Ali deserves better. And Wesley? Well, Wesley is probably somewhere right now laughing his fucking ass off, sharpening a silver steak, checking his bank account from the Deadpool and Wolverine cameo, and tweeting an emoji of a clown face right at Kevin Feige's head.
Oh, that's Wolverine.
You're damn straight it is. Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some motherfuckers still trying to ice skate up here.